Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sheila is teaming up with Hope. You'd suppose that by now she'd have learned from her miscalculations, but that doesn't feel to be the case at all. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Sheila is teaming up with Hope. In fact, the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest Sheila is still as obsessed as ever over his son Finn and that she's indeed hellbent on making sure that she destroys his relationship with her mate, Steffy Forrester. Sheila knows that there's no way effects will ever be normal between her and Finn as long as Steffy is in the way. That's why she wants to exclude the adversary. And no, that doesn't mean she wants to murder her again. Rather, she's just going to team up with Hope. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers prognosticate Sheila is going to try and ruin Finn's relationship with Sheila by helping Hope win her son's heart. It's not like it's completely insolvable. Hope has had the hots for Finn for a veritably long time and everyone knows that it's only a matter of time before they will go beyond a kiss. By barring the adversary, which in this case is Steffy, also Sheila will have a clear path to Finn, his life, and her grandchildren. That's all she's ever wanted. At the end of the day, Sheila is just a simple woman that wants to love and be loved at the same time. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, what move will Sheila make next? Also again, trying to get relief of a person like Steffy Forrester won't be easy. She'll fight for her love and will try to get relief of Sheila again in the process. Steffy doesn't trust her for as far as she can throw her. In fact, no bone can in this fictional city of Los Angeles. Sheila's Justice Quest, police raid remains Bill and Katie's happily ever after? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that Sheila Carter Sharp has been good for a long time now. So long that she seems overdue to get some vengeance. With Bill Spencer and Katie Logan inching near towards a reunion, could Sheila strike suddenly? Is it possible that Bill and Katie could deal with a police raid or some kind of FBI sting? Keep reading and let's talk about what could be with this plot. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Sheila Carter Sharp's redemption. B&B spoilers reveal that Sheila has been really good ever since her deliverance from prison. As suckers recall, Deacon Sharp felt Sheila was in trouble. Following the suggestions, Sheila was saved from certain death after being left manacled in an abandoned structure by a dead Janet Sugar Weber. After the deliverance, Sheila married Deacon. Sheila is still serving at Il Giardino, and indeed dealt with Lee Finnegan's spaghetti attack like a pro. B&B spoilers, unobstructed of murder. Indeed, though Sheila seems to be on the right path, she's still the #1 suspect whenever a crime occurs. Lee and Steffy Forrester Finnegan were convinced Sheila killed Tom Starr and Paul Hollister. Sheila was arrested by Deputy Chief Bradley Baker, but latterly cleared. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, vengeance and retribution. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that while Sheila was going through all of that, Bill just had to bewail about it to Deacon. So, it seems Sheila might want a little vengeance for Bill's little commentary. Not only that, but Sheila presumably still wants vengeance for the whole fake scheme with Bill, Ridge Forrester, and the FBI. B&B spoilers, Justice Quest? Back in 2023, Sheila and Deacon were still together romantically. Still, Bill and Sheila started getting close. At one point, Sheila broke up with Cleric as she set up true love with Bill. At least, that's what Sheila allowed. Much latterly, Sheila set up out that Bill was just playing her in order to get murder admissions for the FBI. Sheila might also cloud that Bill gets a repaired dynamic with his son, Will Spencer, but she's still without John Finnegan. Sheila typically gets vengeance on those who cross her. It hasn't happened yet, but with Bill and Katie inching towards a reunion, could Sheila suddenly strike? Perhaps Sheila will get some intel from Luna Nozawa. Indeed, though Bill seems to be on the up and up recently, he's also trusting Justin Barber again. So, could Bill end up dealing with a police raid or FBI sting? At Forrester, Will said Katie was trying to twist his arm to work at Forrester, but he wasn't sure that fashion was his thing. Willow, one of Forrester's top models, came into the office, looking for Hope. Willow asked Will where he'd been hiding. Katie introduced Willow and Will. Willow was pleased to hear that Will was transferring to LA, and Will was happy to watch her as she left the office. To Katie's surprise, Will told his mama he'd meet with Steffi about an externship, after all. Ridge told Taylor that she had to fight her heart condition. He claimed he'd fight it with her. Ridge realized that one of the cardiologists that Lee had recommended was Dr. Grace Buckingham. Ridge said that Grace was the stylish, and he wanted to call her. Taylor stopped him, but he said she was taking one croaker. S-word and demanded to see someone differently. One Joe told you to do commodity, Ridge said. He added that Eric had done the same thing, but Finn had figured commodity out and saved him. Ridge was sure Dr. Buckingham would do the same as Finn. Let's not give up on this. We're going to fight. Both of us, we're going to fight, okay? Ridge said. Taylor welled up with gashes and smiled at Ridge. Brooke and Steffi bandied Taylor being in city and how great it was for everyone to have her there. Steffi said Taylor was right where she demanded to be. Brooke said the way Steffi felt about Taylor was how Brooke had felt about her mama. I miss her every day. I wish I had further time with her, Brooke participated. Steffi said Taylor was her gemstone, and Steffi looked forward to making up for lost time with her. Love General Hospital, B&B, Days or other detergents? Join the discussion on our SC boards. Click then to connect with suckers and dive into conversations now. Brooke and Steffi talked about hope for the future. Steffi said she knew if HFTF failed, it wasn't because Hope had not tried her stylish. Katie intruded to say that Will was staying in event. Katie explained that Will was transferring seminaries, and she suggested he apply as an intern. Steffi said there was an opening, since Luna wasn't there presently. Steffi agreed to meet with Will but dithered when Katie admitted that Will wasn't sure if fashion was his thing. Steffi wondered why Katie was asking for an externship for Will if she wasn't sure he wanted to be at Forrester. Katie induced Steffi to give Will a chance. Katie said she was sure her son would surprise everyone, including himself. In the hall, Will was looking at his phone when one of the company's models walked by. Kingsley introduced herself and told Will she honored him from prints on Katie's office. Kingsley asked Will if he was a model. He said he wasn't, but might be an intern. Kingsley told Will it would be nice to have him around, and she wished him good luck. A moment laterally, another model named Lainey walked by, looking for Pam. Lainey told Will she had just started working at Forrester many weeks before and asked if he also worked there. Will said he was exploring his options. Let's just say I hope it works out. I'd like to get to know you better, Lainey said flirtatiously. Will's smile beamed. Katie returned and fussed with Will's hair as she told him Steffi would see him. Will saluted Steffi and hugged Brooke in the office. Steffi noted that Katie had recommended an externship for Will. But you suppose you're not a right fit? Steffi asked. I had my reservations originally, but not presently. The further time I spend then, the further I realize that Forrester is where I want to be. I want to be a Forrester intern, Will said confidently with a grin. Katie and Will left the office after Steffi granted Will the externship. Katie was agitated and aloud. It was a fabulous occasion for her son. Will told her she'd have the perquisite of keeping tabs on him all day. He asked his mama not to hobble his style. Katie wondered what had changed Will's mind. Just also, Kingsley came by, and he told her he'd joined Forrester. Kingsley smiled and said she hoped they would get to work together. Isn't she great? Will said to his mama with a grin. Back in the CEO's office, Steffi wondered how Bill would reply when he said about his youthful son was at Forrester. Brooke said she wanted to tell Ridge the news and wondered where he was. Steffi wasn't sure but suggested that Ridge was with Taylor. Brooke looked concerned. At Dr. Buckingham's office, Ridge and Taylor thanked Grace for seeing them so snappily. Grace aloud. It was a particular call, as they were virtually in-laws. Grace said Paris had told Thomas that Taylor was in LA. Grace asked how long she'd be there. That's up to you, Ridge said. Taylor said she had heart failure. Grace suggested that they run some tests to confirm Taylor's opinion. Taylor dithered, so Ridge questioned why. Ridge reminded Taylor that they were at one of the stylish hospitals in the world, with a platoon of excellent croakers. Who could figure out what was really going on? Grace suggested running tests to see whether or not Taylor was having or had formerly had a heart attack, and also they would know the extent of any damage. Grace told Ridge and Taylor that follow-up tests would determine further. Grace said it wouldn't take long to do, and she asked if Taylor had any dubieties or questions. When Taylor said she did not, Grace left to get set up for the test. Once alone, Taylor paced nervously. She told Ridge that she stressed for her children and grandchildren and wanted to be around for them as long as possible. Ridge said they would do that by starting with the test. Perhaps effects aren't as dire as you suppose, Ridge said. He told Taylor that she was strong, valorous, and a fighter. I'm sorry you had to do this on your own. You're not alone presently. We'll do this together, okay? Ridge said. Taylor fell into his arms, and they embraced.